Zowie have released an updated FK series, the FK-B FK2-B. Basically, they now have the 3360 top optical sensor, this new cable which I don't think is quite as flexible as the old one, so it is a bit worse. They have the glossy finish like the white copies of the past, and they removed the side buttons on the right, so these are no longer ambidextrous mice. And everything else is pretty much the same physically, although there seems to be a slight weight reduction. I couldn't really tell too easily, but it might be from removing the side buttons. By my scales, the FK2 went from about 85 grams down to about 82 with the FK2-B, from 87 down to about 86 maybe on the FK1, and 94 down to about 90 for the FK1+. Again, it was really hard to weigh and get accurate measurements. They're not that different though. They're the same dimensions too, but some people have said the length is a bit longer, most likely due to the plastic bit at the front, which is for the cable. That said, the click latency is now in line with the G903, which means they're competing with the top mice in 2019, according to my testing anyway, so that's all good. However, as a consumer, I can't see a reason to choose these over the glorious Model O and Model O-, which are lighter, have much better cables, slightly improved shape, and they retail cheaper. Also, they have Rgb Which Improves Aim by 10%. I love Zowie shapes and I don't like when companies just copy designs, but other than that and maybe loyalty, why buy Zowie? I've been a huge fan of Zowie. I was using their mice as my main for years, and hey, the FK series is still a great choice. But with competition being what it is these days, I don't think they can continue releasing mice of this sort, especially for the competitive FPS community. I even changed from the Zowie FK2 to the Zowie S2, because I think the length is too long on the FK2 and FK1. So the only mouse I'm going to recommend in this series is the FK1+. Size is extremely important, and it's actually just a wider FK1, which means it's a top choice for people with large hands. I would say for about 21 by 10 cm hands, if you like fingertip or claw grip, as long as you don't want to rest your palm anyway. Here's a look at the mice next to the Death Adder and G305, just to give you an idea of size. The buttons still feel pretty tight compared to the S series, but better than the other copies of the FK. Here's a listen to the clicks for you. And only the scroll wheels are slightly loose. They rattle a tiny bit. No software, but you can change DPI to 400, 800, 1600 and 3200, and the polling rate too. And the feet glide well, no issues, plus there's a replacement in the box. So more of the same from Zowie, minor improvements. Good enough to put the Zowie FK1+ up with the Zowie S series, but because I believe there are better choices on the top mice list, like the Zowie S1 and S2, glorious Model O and Model O-, and the Rosa Viper, I don't think the FK1-B or FK2-B should be up there. I think they belong with the renewed Zowie EC series. Okay, hope that helps. Thanks to Zowie for sending these out for testing. Use your links in the description if you want to help support what I do. And as always, subscribe, like and share this video, and I'll catch you in the next.
Last standing. 2 frags in 2 seconds. Impressive. Blue wins the round. Combo kill.